Hello friends, today I am going to start a new series called Interview Question Answer Series. In this series, I am going to take one question daily and I will try to explain the answer of that question in as simple language as possible and as briefly as possible. These questions will be helpful in job interviews, in college interviews, in college vivas, as well as in simple understanding of different concepts about agricultural tractors. This will be helpful for both mechanical engineering student as well as agriculture engineering student, or in general to common people who try to understand things about tractor. So today is the first day of the series, and today I am going to take up the first question, which is the most common question about tractor: that why tractor rear tires are bigger than the front tires. The most common question being asked in any job interview or any other interviews about tractors. So moving ahead, this is me. This is about me. You know already informations about me. So the answer of the question which I have posted, the first question is, I hope my cursor is, you are able to see my cursor. So primary function of a tractor is to be able to pull the agricultural implements in the field and to do different types of agricultural operations such as plowing, etc. You can see in the figure this tractor is using cultivator and being used for plowing of this field. So the primary function of a tractor is to be able to do different types of agricultural operations with different types of agricultural implements, and to be able to successfully do that, tires need to generate sufficient traction force. Now what is traction force? That I have already explained in my tire and traction series. You can go back and watch that particular series, or if you want me to explain again, I will make a separate video again on that. Now this traction force depends upon uh, tire size, that is the size of this tire. Now when I say tire size, it includes two things. One is tire diameter as well as tire width. Okay, and the second thing is the weight which is coming on the tire. You might be knowing that on the tire, that is the self weight is already there, which is a tractor weight. Apart from that, from during operation of different agricultural operations, weight transfer will happen from front tires to the rear tires, as well as from implement to the rear tires. So overall weight on the tire is will be very high in the field. At the same time, you might be knowing that dead weight, or what we call ballast weight, are being put on both rear as well as front. So a lot of weight are coming on the rear tire, and traction really depends on that particular weight. So in case of a two-wheel drive tractor, when I say two-wheel drive tractor, it means that power which is being produced by the engine are being transferred to the rear tire through transmission system. So power is not going to the front wheels, but power will only go to the rear wheels. So rear wheels are powered wheel, and at the same time front wheels are called towed wheel. Towed wheel means there is no power which is going to these wheels. These wheels are simply attached to the tractors, and because rear tires are moving, so front tires will also move like a block cart or a rickshaw. So uh, only a powered wheel can produce traction. Remember this point, that only a powered wheel can produce traction, not the towed wheel. So in case of a two-wheel drive tractor, this is the example of a two-wheel drive tractor. Here power goes to rear wheel only, and rear wheel only are traction wheels. So as I told, traction depends on tire size. It is that is why rear tires are kept bigger, so that it can produce more and more traction force. Now the front tires in a two-wheel drive tractors are towed wheels, as I already explained, and are used only for steering purpose, to move the tractor, to turn the tractor, and all those things. Now smaller tires are easier to steer, and it also requires less force to steer. You can imagine that if a bigger tire will be there, it will be very difficult to steer, especially in mechanical steering. So that is the reason why rear tires are bigger and front tires are small. So this is the answer which you can write. You can pause the video, you can write, and you can answer in any job interview. This is very well explained. Now I will give a little in-depth explanation. The answer which I have given in the previous slide was sufficient. Now in this slide I will give little in-depth explanation of this question. So basically, traction force depends, which I have denoted as F, is AC plus W tan phi. This is the basic formula by which traction force is being calculated. Now here A is the contact area of tire and ground. W is the normal weight which is coming on the tire. C is the cohesion force of the soil, and phi is the angle of friction of the soil. So basically this A and W are the things which are properties of tire, and these two are the things we are concerned with in this particular video. Now other two, the C and phi, are soil properties. So we are not actually worried about these two things in this particular video and this particular problem. We are concerned about these two things in this particular problem because these two are the tire properties which we can control. So based on this formula, if we see further, traction force is function of three things: tire diameter, tire width, as well as weight coming on the tire. So these two things, tire diameter and tire width, are the tire properties, and these are the two things which is going to increase the area of contact between tire and ground. And more area means more traction force, more area means more A, and as you can see, F is traction force, F is directly proportional to A. So more bigger tire diameter, bigger will be A, bigger tire width, bigger will be A, and bigger will be A, that is area, traction force will be more. Now third thing, the weight coming on the tire. This also you can see that W is directly proportional to F. So more weight coming on the tire, more traction force. Now the point which I am going to make is the answer which I have given in the previous slide. Now you might be able to visualize it, that bigger tire will have more area of contact. At the same time, bigger tires will have higher load carrying capacity. If you put very high amount of load on a smaller tire, that tire will very rapidly wear out, and you have to change your tire, or your tire might simply damage if you put very high load. So if you put more load, a bigger tire will have more load carrying capacity, so you will be able to put more load on this particular tire, which will help you to generate more traction. So bigger tire has both these properties. That is why we are using bigger tire in case of a rear wheel tractor or a two-wheel drive tractor. Now if you see this particular photograph, this is a tractor with both two-wheel drive as well as four-wheel drive mode. So there will be a switch. If you on that switch, that is a four-wheel, we call it four-wheel drive switch, then four-wheel drive will be engaged. So what is the importance of that is, normally as I explained to you, that in case of a two-wheel drive tractor, power which is produced by the engine will go to the rear wheel only. Now when you engage this switch, the four-wheel drive mode, then that power will be split into both rear as well as in front. That percentage might be different in different tractors. So in case of tractor with both two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive mode, still majority of power will go to rear only, and a little amount of power, 30-40% or 20%, will go to front wheel also. So in this case, both front wheels as well as rear wheels are traction wheels, because both all four wheels are powered now in case of once you engage four-wheel drive mode. So in that case, you can see that your front tires are also bigger, not as bigger than not equal to the rear tires, but little bigger than what we have seen in case of two-wheel drive, only two-wheel drive. And we also have lugs here, which is also one of the symbol of traction producing tire. Now why tires have lugs, that I will make a separate video on that. Now moving ahead, if you see the second figure, here all the tires are of equal size. Now this is a complete four-wheel drive tractor. There is no switch here. So once you on the engine, power will go to all the wheels. So here if you see, here you can see that all tires are of equal size. Now friends, as I told you, in this case, in first case, little bit power is going in the front, still more power is going in the rear. That is why still rear tire is comparatively bigger. Now front tire is bigger but not equal to the rear tires. But in this case, power will be split equally in all the wheels. So all the tires are of equal size in this case. This is a complete four-wheel drive tractor. These tractors are not available in India. These are available in US and Europe. These are more than 300, 400, 500 HP tractors. And you can see dual tires are being used. Again, the reason is same. If you use double tire in case of single tire, you can have more weight on the tires. At the same time, you will have more area of contact. So again, the reason is same. You are increasing the area of contact. At the same time, you are increasing the load carrying capacity of the tires. So in this case, all tires are of equal size. So now a quick recap. In case of only two-wheel drive tractor, your front tires will be smaller, your rear tires will be bigger. Your front tires will not have any lugs. Power will only go to your rear tire. Now in case of both two-wheel drive as well as four-wheel drive mode tractor. Little power will go to front also, so front also will be traction tire, but still the tire size in the front will not be equal to rear tires, although it will be bigger than your only two-wheel drive tractors. In case of complete four-wheel drive tractor, power will go to all the wheels, and therefore equally to the all power will go equally to all the wheels, and therefore size of tires, all the tires will be equal. Okay, so that is the crux of this video, and I hope you understood the answer well, and now you can answer this question in any interview or viva anywhere which is being asked. So thank you for watching. Now tomorrow again I will take up one question, and I will try to answer that particular question in the same way, in the same format. Now if you want me to answer any particular question, you can ask me in the comment section. I will take that question also, and I will try to answer that question also. I will try to cover as many questions as possible, probably 50, 100 or more, even more than that. So keep asking the question in the comment section if you have any. In these videos I am not going to explain the formulas and lot of technical details. I will try to cover as briefly as possible from interview point of view. So keep that in mind and ask me as many questions as you want. You can put the questions in comment section, and thank you very much for watching. These are the difficult time because of corona, so stay at home, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep studying. Thank you and all the best.